I've been commissioned to do a big dog portrait. Alright, so the dogs are quiet right now. Trying to give them a break and give me a break from having to hear them all day. Oh, there they go barking again. Getting all loud. So here's our stomp, and thereabout you can see is the start of the head. Front paws are probably going to be about here, I'm thinking. Not really sure exactly how the body positioning is going to line up, but just starting to get stuff kind of mapped out for the next phase. I like to call it mapping out. Hopefully they're liking it. That's 90% of my concern. I just hope they like it. I hope it fits. I try to make stuff that fits. I look at the property, I look at the house, I meet the people. I try to give something that actually looks like them. When you're doing a commission for somebody, are you putting yourself in the right position to do that commission? And that's always how I felt, but I've never really said it. I don't put myself above anybody as an artist or as a professional. I'm just the guy who happens to do it. I'm not the, even customers, I kind of throw my customers off sometimes when I talk about this. You know, I know I'm throwing you guys off with it too, but I put people on the same, I like to put everybody on the same level. Still almost saying that's his feet right there. Or that could be his feet out there, but that's kind of making him look like he's leaning back, which I don't want to do. It drives me nuts when a form isn't exactly sitting natural. And that's the whole thing about lifelike stuff, is the nature in it. How natural does it look? I mean, does it look like it could actually really be sitting there like that? Comfortable. I mean, when a body's not comfortable, it bends. So, if you can't bend it to... I hate moving this stupid thing. It never does what I want. If you can't bend a body... This is dangerous. If you can't bend a body to make it look natural, like it's comfortable where it's at, that's where things become difficult with achieving realistic or semi-realistic basis. I mean, that looks close to height. That looks about where I thought they might come out. It almost looks right. Now I want to see something in the face, maybe a little bit more. This morning, there's times where I just can't. I can't have anything else extra to deal with. I know it sounds silly, but yes, the camera helmet, plugging in the microphone every time. Sometimes it's just too much for me. I'm sorry for that. But all that I did, you see where I carved this morning. I'm going back in on this side, so it looks like he's got his head turned, kind of like in the photo. I gotta reposition the head. I got plenty of room to do it. That's why I leave myself lots of room. So that's what we're doing right now. So yeah, now I'm starting to feel the flow of this. Just starting to get, you see, he's kind of, it's not perfect. It's never going to be perfect. I'm just trying to make something really cool looking. This sort of, you know, fits the picture, looks like the picture. What I was talking about before with proportion, with figures, with bending stuff and shortening, you shorten one to make the other look longer. It's that easy. And to, you know, get the legs into position. Everything's kind of this way, the head's kind of that way, just a little bit. Not as much as in the picture. Because I wasn't looking at the picture when I laid this out, I probably could have done it a lot closer, but I also had the knots to contend with. I wanted to get around that. I really wanted to use the knots originally for the face to make it stick out a little bit more, but that didn't really work out because it either would have been facing way this way or way that way. So yeah, we're just kind of going along on this and having fun with it and trying to get the basic shape of things. And even though the head is wrong, it's tilted the wrong way, I still may leave it just because right now the way that everything fits in, yeah, I kind of like it how it is. I don't tell you what to do. Same as I don't need people telling me what to do. The internet, social media and all that is hard for me anymore these days because all that anybody ever does on there is goes on there to tell people how they're wrong. And I think we need to stop that overcorrectiveness in this world. I think detection correction is fine because, I mean, what's your chances of getting hurt doing this versus your chances of anything else in the world? It's really, at this point, the way everything's running in this world, it's all the same to me. Really nothing's safe anymore. So I don't feel like I need to sit there and worry about what others think or what I might be influencing others to do. It's your... My dogs are... It's starting to shape up. It's starting to look better, you know, to me, in my eyes, it's starting to look a lot better. Looking like we're getting more there. The chest is the width, you know. We are the width, it's a little bit narrow, but the head's gonna actually get some trimming down too. So think about that as you go. The head is just to show me where the head's gonna be right now. It's not exactly its place. I'm gonna probably raise the scaffold up and work on that now that I got this kind of in place, and work up and down to this stuff. Alright, so one level up, going up. Yeah, my scaffold's crooked, but I want to get the face shaped before I do anything else, like have to stop and get distracted by something else, fixing a saw or something. So even though I had the head, the skull, cranium part, and the eyes back too far originally to the snout, my whole thing is I don't want to cut too much off of this because you want them, you know, you don't want them tucked back too far. I mean, dogs do that. They do stand there sometimes and stick their chest out, but you don't want it to look ridiculous. And I'm trying to move the face forward, which is, it's kind of difficult, but what I'm doing is you know, V'ing back a little bit more this way. I actually brought the forehead from way back here up to this point now, so I've gained almost an inch. So anything is possible. It's just a matter of how you look at it and how much time you take with it to adjust it. This line, I want to start making the neckline now. It's gonna be like that. Gonna be the same thing. That's starting to take shape now. In the fur and just starting to get stuff kind of mapped out for the next phase. You know, I got under here for the bandana. It's starting to make it look like a separate component that the dog is actually wearing, other than, you know, rather than actually being part of the dog. Alright, sorry you guys keep missing a lot, but these dang cameras, they constantly fight me at the worst possible times. I don't know. This is where I said I don't know what I got and what I didn't got. I just been picking and poking at it. I always want my artwork to look better than it does. You know, who doesn't? So that's just always, you're always dealing with that, so yeah.